stand up on the bus, it was so crowded. And bus fare then wasn't booked by 25, 35 cents, something like that. But you couldn't hardly stand, you couldn't hardly find a seat on the bus. And the fare went up. The bus lines got less. Now we hardly have anything, and we're paying extraordinary amounts. What happened? If the bus service is not, if the bus terminal is not trying to make extra money, then what happened? What happened to our service? We're still riding. I was riding then, and I'm still riding now. The only thing is, there's certain doctor's appointments I can't make because I can't get over to Doctor's Hospital. But I got doctors over there.
And definitely, other cities have come to a conclusion and give their people proper service or more service. And you talk about tightening the belt, but you got a young couple working, make a minimum wage, and they can't work any more extra hours because they can't afford to make any more money because they'll lose money in their budget by taking the bus or paying a cab to get home. Try that for a while. You talk to a young couple trying to do that.
Just making a,
But I agree with you. You talk about tightening the belt. You talk about tightening the belt.
You know, it's all about your leadership.
You know, that's my point. We don't have a leadership and we're representing
Sympathize. That's right. And
sympathize. Because people, one person, two people in his room who said they have ridden the city bus, who are running for office or representing someone. We do not have anyone who understands. But we all have a task I had to go through when I first started riding the bus. I was in shock, okay? Catching that Sand Hill bus, if I didn't catch that Washington Road bus and miss that Sand Hill bus, I had to go into that office and really put my foot down in a manner that I don't like to and talk to that man in a firm manner to make sure they took me home. And that happened on more than one occasion. And I had to stand there toe-to-toe, pitchfork, and tell him, no, sir, I am not paying for a taxi to take me home. I am not paying for my treadmill to come out here. I am not calling one of my Bible study members. No, sir, you are going to take me home. And I had to be overly firm, more firm than I cared to be. But I had to do that on more than one occasion. And then after I sat there for 30 minutes, they took me home. Okay?
Please don't ever accept anything less than the best from your government. I'm very proud of this lady. Taking her time. Yeah. And while we might never agree on anything except that today's Saturday, I think that, and toe with pitchfork and pitchfork.
That's right.
But that's the kind of people that we need that are willing to help us move forward. And that's the kind of issues that we have. As I said in the back, I'm here because I do want to listen to your current concerns and cares. I'm here because what you say is important to us as we try to manage the government. I'm here because, as I said before, I can't offer you a panacea, but we can listen to your concerns and take care of those things that we can take care of. The issues you got with bus drivers and those things, please don't put up with that. Call me. I gave you the number. Call me. We'll deal with that. Okay? Please don't accept anything less than the best. If you're willing to do that, you're going to have issues all down the line. I don't know if we'll ever get to the level of expectation that you might have. But I can guarantee you that I will try, and that those people that work for me will do the best they can to continue to get to there. Please continue to work. Please continue to voice your concerns, and please continue to let us know.
You go to the neighborhood association meetings. When you have meetings like this, wherever you go and everything, you got the chief making the noise. You got to go to the commission meetings. You got to get your name on the agenda. You got to stump. Because if you just end up having altercations one at a time with a bus driver, here and there, then they're going to be getting ready to say that you are the one that's irate. They're getting ready to call somebody to come haul you off. But when you go in groups of numbers out there to the commission meeting, where they don't have enough room for everybody to sit anyway, I guess that'll be rectified when they go down there to the new building, but it's been like that for so long. I've seen it too many times. When the stimulus money came, that was coming down there, that they exit out Harrisburg and Marion Holmes, but Goshen wanted to make sure he got off the agenda because they didn't want to get it, you know, because they didn't want certain people coming out there to work and all that stuff. This is what they said. They need some noise.
That's right.
That's what we got to do. Make some noise. It doesn't matter. You go with your voices in the business. Mr. Matt Aiken right here. He's over District 1 right here. When you have a problem, you ring them phone and you call these people and you say, life is not good where we stand. You ask them just to make a decision to have them to suggest for them to even rise. Just get on the bus. Just tell me that you have a problem with the bus. And you want to tell me you cannot sit there and say after 40 years and everybody that comes up is apologetic that they haven't done it lately. I understand. Mr. Mayor Williams is my friend. I understand. I heard what he said. But none of that stuff excuses any of it to me. Because when it comes back down to the brass tacks, all of these people are paying taxes. That's right. Everybody's paying taxes. Everybody wants to be treated with courtesy. Everybody wants to be treated right. You don't want to be told to wait on this side of the street and have the bus come, and then the bus shows up on the other side. And you got to wheel the people across the street because they told you something. If I make a phone call to you, don't tell me because you don't want the office to look bad that they've already made the run and you know they haven't made the run. And then we got to scoop that across the street again. Do the right thing. But the only time, many times, these people that go uptown do the right thing is if you keep their feet to the fire. They tell you when they're running, I want to serve. I want to serve the people. Oh, I love the people. Oh, my heart is to the people. Oh, I'm in the ministry. I'm in the ministry. My name is Minister Jenkins, in case any of you don't know. 94.7. So I'm in the ministry. But I'm tired of hearing people use that as a crutch and say, I love you and I'm in the ministry, and then you don't do ministry work. And ministry work is do the right thing for the people.
If you quit, and I don't mean you, but if we quit sticking our heads in the sand and understand we're the second largest city in the state. Before we all want the lowest tax base, probably the lowest out of 159 counties, but Augusta is kind of one of the lowest tax bases. We got people got their automobile registered here because the taxes, Avalon tax is cheaper here. So, but every year we want to raise the taxes. We keep pitching on it. We need to go ahead and raise the taxes to the point where we can get some service in and do those things and quit pinching. So every year we do that. But the bottom line with this government is that there are several groups that are not elected that want to run the city of Augusta. They all know that. And they don't care about people who are not making six figures. In fact, they really don't care about people making $50,000 a year. I mean, you know, to be honest with you. So what we got to understand is the government belongs to all of us, whether we are elected or not elected. I hear them bragging about how short the meetings are and what a good group they got. But when you're elected for the people, you agree to work for the people. So if it takes all night, then you have to take all night. But we've been hearing about all of this short meetings and how good things been going. But I don't hear any progress. I don't see any progress. I know the bus was taken from the people at Urban Towers. I really couldn't believe it when the stand was right in front of the door. And when they said it moved up the street, I thought it was maybe a block, but it was almost 8, 9 blocks up the street. Then make a right turn and go 2 or 3 blocks down. Which was really uncalled for. When you represent people, we ought to be elected enough to say, hey, who's that going to affect?
That's right.
Who's that going to disenfranchise by doing this?
But when that was done, that's when we depended on our department heads, and when your department heads don't give you the facts, you know, that's where the issue was at.
You're on a job right now. If you rest on that job, they're going to call you in the office and they're going to give you a pink slip and say, don't look back, keep going down the road. Now, see, we pay too much good money in the government when folks can make mistakes. I remember when the administrator found $1 million. My question was, who lost it? If you found it, that's good. But I want to know who lost $1 million. But we got people that we are elected to oversee, and we don't want to oversee them. We want them to run the show. Because then we got a whooping boy, so to speak. We can say, well, you know what? Melvin Ford did that. Melvin, you know you was wrong. Come in the office. And Melvin, don't worry about it. But when you fire somebody, and I hear to talk about the minister that had high and power. That's crazy, isn't it? God is the only person who had that kind of power. One man should not have that kind of power.
All right.
But when we do those kind of things, we get high and fire who we want to through somebody else. But we got a few more things that you was wrong to that. The city of Augusta, in the 8 years I was there, had not done one thing, not one thing, zero, to bring revenue into this city. It ain't no rocket science work. Look at other cities, how they operate. Look what's going on in other cities, and they're prospering. They're doing things. Well, what do you mean? If you got lemons, make some lemonade. We got a great opportunity with the James Brown name. South Carolina. Everybody all over the world, not the United States, all over the world loves James Brown. There ought to be everything to do with an R&B song that got James Brown name attached to it, run around here and go. Folks would be running over us. We could be making some money then to do some things. But we not damn thing, we got to raise taxes. And then we raise taxes, and we say, well, we're going to give you a rebate, we're going to knock that back down. We have got to get aggressive in the city. No, not going to commissioner. But we want to sit there and act like if everybody thought the same, we wouldn't need one commissioner or one person office. You got different people in office because you got different constituents. You got to represent the people that you are elected to represent. Right? And if you don't represent, we don't need you.
Lastly, I'd just like to say that this whole issue of the transit system has been broken before since Regency Mall. And it's still going on and still being run by the same mentality in the government. Now, I hear everybody talking about what should be done and talking about what the commissioner should do, going down, talking to commissioners, coming together, speaking your voice. That's all well and good. I'm a man of nonviolent direct action, and that's what it's going to take. If that's what it takes to get the commissioners or whoever's in charge of this transit system to do something, then I'm for it. And like I said, the two organizations, Richmond County and Jefferson County SCLC, is watching this thing very closely. And if it comes down to it, like I said, we will put our foot down because this transit system has been broken too long. And it's time that you people fix it. We voted you into office to do a certain job.
That's right.
And that's what we want. We don't want a lot of kumbaya or a lot of, I love you, like she said, a lot of, we're going to do it, we're working on it. It's going to take some time to fix it. When it comes time to get our tax money, you want that 2 cents now. Well, we want action now.
Any other questions or comments? Yes, sir.
Matt, you mentioned about the millage rate in reference to being one of the lowest in the state of Georgia. What about the assessment? Because I think everybody can attest that maybe every other year you get a reassessment on your property now, whether it's the property itself or the dwelling on it. So if it's not taxed one door, it's being taxed in the other door. So the increase is being done that way. But as far as compared to the rest of the, let's say, middle or larger cities in the state of Georgia, can you say comparable how it's rates?
I can't. I think Stephen Kendricks has been doing some town halls, and I think he did a workshop on that. And I think he would help educators to the fact that we got a new tax guy downtown just came on board as well. So I think as he gets acclimated into that, we can have some discussion. And I think being educated some of the facts that maybe we don't have the knowledge for, we can request those, and we can request times in the neighborhood association meetings or those kinds of things, and bring that information to the people that we can learn what's the best plan of action in that and where we stand.